Hey, everybody.
So it's going to be the random way to start the podcast from now on, since Ashley's in charge. Um, well, yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
Oh,
Reminding me, oh my god, that picture's random. Anyway,
yes. That's the idea. That's
yeah,
what I have to do last minute with what's on my computer because I still haven't got the screenshot of Donkey with headphones, which is going to be the placeholder every other time we need to sort of cut off the webcams or whatever for like breaks and things.
so, well, I did something. Well, before we get started, obviously, I want to.
Mhm. I have to do last.
And come tomorrow, I think I can finally use an old phrase that AJ and I used to use all the time and say, because I was able to watch both Parasite and 1917 as well. So
So,
I'm pretty much covered when it comes to theatrical showings of everything I can see.
yeah, but
That's not a Netflix movie.
here's the important point. What is your thoughts on Parasite?
It's good. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I was laughing hysterically through most of it. It was odd in places,
Yes.
and yeah,
Do you understand
would I
why
be
AJ
okay?
was saying best editing should go to Parasite for the peach scene?
Just literally the subtlety of the peach dust in the back of the neck and everything when you walk by in slow motion. That's just priceless.
I'm
So,
tempted to say we converted him, AJ, but I think he was gonna be converted anyway.
it was good. I watched 1917. That happened.
Wow.
Um, the beginning of it was, to me, I it takes a lot for me to get into a movie like that. The directing is phenomenal. I still don't think Mendez deserves to get it though. That's because of my bias. The thing is, he's definitely low on my totem pole when it comes to best director. It's the reason why I
Mm-hmm.
don't want him in there, but he'll be there. I know he will.
Yeah.
It's shot brilliantly. It looks amazing. The stuff, the fire and the darkness, my god. And it's just most of it was fine. It's not the end all be all. It's not something I could see myself watching again unless it's part of a marathon. So there's that. Knives Out's hilarious. Ryan Johnson is awesome in the movie. It's just really funny. I enjoyed it very much. So welcome to the second official award show Popcast recapping what just happened in the 2020 Critics' Choice Awards, the award show that is just like what Drew Carey says on Whose Line Is It. It's made up because the points don't matter. But
Except
in this
this
case,
year,
they
in
definitely
which
do
case,
here because
yeah.
visibility is key, ladies and gentlemen. Visibility is key. My name is Owen, and joining me, as always, we have Ashley,
What a flippin' fix.
and smartly sporting the Reservoir Dogs shirt would be AJ.
which is pure coincidence, by the way,
Oh, I know it is.
because I did not think that was gonna. I didn't think that was gonna happen, and I sure as shit didn't expect the Harvey Keitel shout out, which is great.
Yeah. One thing I'll say before we get started, and I'm gonna get in the chat real quick because Josephine has been. She's a new viewer to the podcast and everything, and she's really loyal, checking out the shows and keeping up with our live chat. She had to dip to go to bed to go to work in the morning. Kind of like what I've got to do at 7 a.m. tomorrow. So I got to be up at 5:40 in order to go to work. But still, I'm doing this podcast for you guys because yeah, there's lots of reasons. Mainly is what just happened in front of my eyes. But yeah, I'll mention some things that were said in chat. Josephine says the season's movies with sports team names in the title. Once Upon a Titan in Hollywood, Green Bay Parasites, 1917 Hawks, The 49ishmen, Jojo Rabbit, Jaguar for Joker apparently, Nick's Out, Mariner's Story, and Patriot of a Lady on Fire.
Don't forget also Jojo Raptors and the Laker House. Just for
Yeah, I saw those ones too.
just for Willem Dafoe losing his shit.
So Josephine wants to know who would win in a fight, Missing Link or Donkey with Headphones?
Well,
Donkey with that.
yeah.
Now, if it's
Missing Link is mild natured. Donkey with headphones, we don't know.
but actually, if it's Dewey Robertson Missing Link, it might be different.
Donkey on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
Fair. Baby Yoda or Donkey with Headphones?
Also, Donkey with that.
If you said those stormtroopers that beat the shit out of Baby Yoda in the bag that's now doing the trend online, they would have won, but no, Donkey with headphones.
Babu Freak or Donkey with Headphones?
What the fuck is Babu Freak?
I don't know. Brian, get on this.
What is Babu?
Josephine says, I still think 1917 will get in for editing, despite the fact it was meant to look like it was shot in one take. After all, they do like to not.
Yeah.
Yes, I have an editing lineup. I don't want it there, but it's there.
The one you didn't mention was the obvious one. Who would win between Donkey with headphones and Rocket Raccoon?
Yeah, I didn't see that one. Yeah, that's on there.
Donkey would lose that.
Maybe.
Yeah, talking about the editing thing though, that is the case after seeing the movie now, where it's like, it does seem like it has, like, there's more to say about 1970s editing than there was in Birdman, which is the obvious comparison. Because
Right.
I want to say there's more edits in 1917.
Maybe.
Because
Yeah.
I heard something. George McKay said something about they only did like 8-minute takes or something. And being a 2-hour movie, there's probably a lot of edits we cannot even remotely see where they are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very glad that it wasn't more than 2 hours. I couldn't have made it past 2 hours.
Plus, we don't even know if some of the bits of those edits somehow there's bits in between. So those 8-minute takes are actually, there's 2 minutes from one take, 3 minutes from another, and 3 minutes from a third for that 8-minute block. And if we can't tell, that's good editing.
Yeah, because maybe it's obvious to other people. I can't tell how the hell they did the fucking plane scene.
That's fair.
I have no idea.
That's definitely fair. Even though it's in the TV spot, which definitely helps you, like we talked about the other day, the fact you don't watch trailers.
Yeah.
A lot of the high spots of the movie were in the trailer, including. Great job, guys. Josephine says Dr. Manhattan knows all the experiences, time, all.
Fair play. It's probably true.
And welcome, Bri got a chat. He says one thing that's going to be mentioned in the podcast subject I don't follow on this channel, but mention the passing of La Parka.
I feel sad that literally yesterday, LA Park was having to go. No, it's not me. It's the other La Parka.
It's the AAA La Parka.
And at the same time, today we had the news that the Kendo Nagasaki that was based out of America died, but not the Kendo Nagasaki in British wrestling. So we've had two people trying to go, no, I'm not dead, it's the other one.
Oh God, gotta stay on that. Fry Guy says, I know AJ might be happy with especially for picture. Yup.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Is I did the top 10 video yesterday.
Yes.
And I kind of hyped myself. At the end of that, towards the end of that video, when I mention it, I pulled it off the shelf. It wasn't until 3 hours later I went back on the shelf.
I mentioned numerous.
That was my seventh. That was my seventh time.
Oh, right guy.
Well, don't forget when.
Go ahead.
Don't forget when Darren and Howard are here. When they're actually in town, we watch it pretty. version of it on the big television in the living room. So
Something I just noticed for tomorrow that Bry Guy just to put it in the Bry
Yeah.
Guy block. The presenters for the nominations tomorrow will be John Cho and Issa Rae.
interesting.
Thank God it isn't Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah. Can we just get rid of this before it becomes a thing, please? Speaking of that
This
review is
is,
going to be next week on this network.
This is John Cho trying to wash off the humiliation that The Grudge gave him.
Oh God.
Oh God, he was in
That
that.
review is also going to be on this channel as well, and it currently is up right now.
Remember when
Here's
he was
what
in
John
good
Cho-
films like Searching?
Yeah. Here's what John Cho does in The Grudge. He sees the ghost girl and it freaks him out, so he runs into a closet.
That's it. That
Still more entertaining than Tiffany Haddish has ever been. Smurfy Boy says Irishman had most nominations. One.
the
It's a
key
pretty
thing.
big one, though.
The key thing is though it won something. Like a lot of things did. The highest profile non-winner tonight was Ford v Ferrari because that had 5 nominations and took nothing. Everything else above it, even if it was only one win, it technically can say on the box art Critics' Choice Award winner.
Critic Jack Mooney show.
I was curious if they were going to have the balls to play off Pacino or not.
It's that hair, man. Seriously. It's his hair. That's what's going to give him more power. It's like Samson. If you have hair, you're going to take Pacino's power.
Is Al Pacino trying to be a Razorhead? Like, what's going on with that? What's going on?
Funny. Jack Mooney show says the Critics' Choice have always been sad, but this time the lack of celebrity is a bit laughable. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Spirit Awards in the white tent in California get more celebrities than the show.
To be fair, the fact that some couldn't be bothered to show up because they didn't care about the awards,
Shoot.
or that they didn't want to go to a fucking air hangar. They'd like to go to, a proper building, not like, oh look, I can hear my fucking private chartered jet coming in, so I can get the fuck out of here.
Props to Bradley Whitford for calling out that Michelle Williams didn't care to be there.
AJ, I'm sure you probably are not surprised by me saying this, but the second, and Ashley can back me up on it because we were on this stream at the same time. When that was said, I yelled out "shoot" at the top of my lungs.
He was channeling his Adam Driver. Shoot.
Flatliners, my friends, flatliners.
The funny thing about that is that when we were talking about Critics' Choice before, I had said the only reason people think they're important is because DiCaprio actually shows up to them, and not anymore.
Oh. Jack Mooney show says with a smiley face emoji. Kitchen.
I didn't think it was atrocious. It just wasn't good. At least, on the kitchen front.
I don't know if there was a. I have a feeling that the Ninth Circle of Hell is Tiff in the same movie with Rebel Wilson and probably Melissa McCarthy. But honestly, I'm kind of softening on her a little bit because she's not done anything.
The really annoying thing
Most of it's been forgivable.
The really annoying thing I was miffed off with today, because tomorrow's the Oscar nominations. I'm like, oh, time for the Razzie nominations next Monday.
Bra Guy says interesting for my Oscar.
Irishman only getting 4 nominations.
And a snub for director.
Scorsese not making it for director. I mean, maybe.
I don't know. I still got De Niro in here, so I know I'm.
No, what's really bad is I'm pretty sure, and this is the whole, it's made such a huge comeback in the guilds thing. I looked them over again, and I'm pretty sure I don't have Jojo Rabbit in costume design or production design. See, I'm fucked, especially on that whole thing Brian pointed out about the streak I'm on for production design, that shit's over.
So his picture lineup is Irishman, Joe, Joker, Fun of Time in Hollywood, and Paris.
I better say that again because AJ probably didn't hear because I don't know what else is running on your computer, Owen. Irishman, Jojo, Joker, Greta, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time, and Parasite. That's a strong 8.
I mean, that's my lineup too, but I have more than that.
Smurfy Boy saying Adam Driver needs to win at SAG to stay in the race because BAFTA's probably going to be between Joaquin and Edgerton.
Dude, I'm at the point now. I'm thinking Joaquin's gonna win back.
Irishman will get in for editing. I think it'll be nominated. Whether it'll win,
Well, yeah, given that Joker overperformed at BAFTA and Marriage Story underperformed, they might as well just give it to Joaquin now.
Yeah,
Joaquin.
Driver needs to win SAG to get back in the conversation.
Like Smurfy Boy said.
Backup 9th is Ford versus Ferrari, and the backup 10th is Rocket Man.
Yeah, I feel like Rocket Man is being very threatening right now.
It is, but it's not. It's got a lot of great visibility, but I don't know where it's going to stand tomorrow. And none of us do.
Speaking of
won't for many hours from now. Sorry, guys.
Speaking of threatening, Critics' Choice. Can you stop giving awards out on the fucking red carpet?
And you've got to realize what awards to give out that are important to put on the television broadcast, and ones that don't matter, like Best Talk Show, that could be left on the red carpet.
Yeah, because
you know what?
Here's 75 awards that were given out in 2 minutes. There you go.
What also doesn't make sense is choosing to present some awards at the same time. Yet the ties were presented separately instead of at the same time.
Oh yeah, that was the weirdest.
Should not be a thing.
Here are Best Supporting Actor and Actress in Comedy. Go through the list, and then later on it was just like, here's Best Supporting Actor in, Best Actor in whatever. But for the others, they were like just bunging them together. It's like,
yeah,
okay.
Number one, it was really weird how they decided who got clips and who didn't. And secondly, what is up with doing Best Actor first?
Yes.
Did they think Joaquin wanted to get out of there as soon as possible? So let's go ahead and do actor.
Well, why would you not put the actual screenplay awards on the main show?
Because everybody wants to see what Best Comedy Movie is.
Yeah, no one got that one right, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Do you want to... The really confusing thing with the order is they were announcing stuff on Twitter 20 minutes before they were announcing it as part of the also presented at this award show bits. So it was like,
when I was trying to load my computer, I saw Parasite foreign language. I'm like, duh. So
that was the only one I saw that was red carpet.
Same. Smurfy Boy says, could Bombshell overperform screenplay and picture nomination?
I mean, it could, but the thing that stands out to me is, was it eligible for WGA?
I'm not sure.
Because
there's a lot of weird things about eligibility.
There were some ones that weren't eligible, so that's the confusing thing with that.
Yeah, because if it was eligible, there were 2 open slots it somehow didn't get. But it's not impossible.
Bombshell's got a better chance at screenplay than it does at... Bombshell was my one last option before I bumped it out for Us. So... apparently, Joaquin got arrested last week, according to chat.
Yeah, Jane Fonda's protest. That's like the hip thing to do now, is to go to Jane Fonda's protest and get arrested.
Fun stuff. let's get into this 17-hour award show that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I've got a list of everything in front of me. Best foreign language film went to Parasite. Shock of no one. Speaking of shock of no one, best supporting actress went to Laura Dern for Marriage Story. I'm starting to believe Dern's gonna sweep as well.
Now, once again, there's always the possibility that SAG could shake things up because they're a completely different voting body, and they're actually a good portion of them are Oscar voters also.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, it's a good bet right now.
I honestly think it's weird to say that after 2 televised award shows, but it really I got the feeling there's a lot of kind of like done now.
Mm-hmm.
Because
very well could be done now.
Because as we saw, SAG is more than willing to just do their own thing.
Yeah, we got 3 ties in the award show tonight. God, ties are stupid.
I'm just looking at the the only other place I think Laura Dern might not do the sweep is BAFTA, but I don't know. Margot Robbie being in there twice, I think, is a kill.
Wins.
That's either going to be that might be a ScarJo or a Pugh.
I think Pugh's winning. I'm saying it right now. I think Florence Pugh's winning.
That's the only one that I think, as it stands from what Laura Dern's got the SAG. BAFTA is the thing that will. I think with the momentum that she's got, she's most likely to win the Oscar, but I don't know whether she's going to clean sweep all of them.
There's a few people that are going to. We'll get to them in a bit. We've been talking about for months now. None of us have her faith in her. Not saying she won't still get in somehow, but we don't have hope for it. 4 acting winners feel like the Oscar winner, says Smurf. I could see that. It certainly seems that way.
Yeah, I always say to wait for the industry ones, but we're yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When we get the guilds, we're going to know a lot more. That's when we'll know what's really up. And if this continues, then it's over.
And it's
even
usually
BAFTA wouldn't shake it up.
Yeah, because as we were talking about at the beginning, it seems like usually the one that ends up being the turn where SAG changes everything is usually an actor.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, he's just looking real good right now, and like we were saying, the worse he behaves, the more people are probably just going to find it endearing because it's him.
Of course, this makes sense.
I'm trying to remember.
Did you hear about the makeup bake-off happened?
The makeup bake-off. Uh-oh.
Oh boy!
Is because he made the makeup people's lives miserable, and they were able to still do their jobs.
That's fair. AJ was stuck in suspended animation.
Yeah, AJ got frozen up via the power of the internet. He's
Did you still hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Thanks, British internet.
It may be everybody's connection. I don't flipping know.
Mine's fine.
Yeah,
I'm paying enough for mine.
The 3 bars here are fluctuating a lot.
Is this Oldman, McDormand, Rockwell, and James? It's very possible.
Is it the same as that? Possibly. I think there's a chance for Edgerton to. There's a chance for Edgerton to take actor, and there's a chance for somebody that isn't Laura Dern to take supporting.
I'm still convinced.
Because Judy is a BBC film, there's bias in there already, so she's probably got that. Supporting, I mean, they could give it to somebody that isn't Brad Pitt, possibly, but I'd say that's the least likely of the three not locked. Zellweger, I think, is the sure lock across everything. SAG, prove me
Yeah,
wrong. Prove me wrong, SAG.
please do. Give it to Lupita Nyong'o.
I won't go that far.
Won't happen, but it'd be nice. I just want her to show up tomorrow so I can say I told you so. Best actor. It is the first award where we split, where Ashley went with Adam Driver, and AJ and myself went with Joaquin. Supporting
Proving
actress.
proving once again the critics' bodies throughout, like the cities, don't particularly line up.
But they're supposed to be critics. Why'd they change their tune? The bastards.
Best supporting actress in a television series. Maisel. AJ was the only one that didn't go that route. He went with a little bit of Fleabag.
The only thing Fleabag didn't win. I bet she must feel really fucking pleased.
Speaking of Fleabag, we go right into Andrew Scott winning supporting actor
Yeah.
series.
Justice.
Actually, what's actually funny is Sean Clover being the only thing from Fleabag to not win means she probably feels about the same way her character on the show does.
Yeah.
Then we had a best television movie, which went to El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie.
I should have said it.
This is when everything started for me. My weird predictions.
Owen takes the point. So,
Best action movie went to Avengers Endgame. Reasons.
That was one of those cases where as soon as they said it, was like, yeah, we probably should have said that.
Yeah. AJ went with 1917, and Ashley and myself went once again.
I
A
still
movie
think
that's not going to win, but it probably should have John Wick 3.
I still think Infinity War is a better film than Endgame.
Best supporting actress in a drama series to Jean Smart for Watchmen. Another point for Ashley, and AJ and myself went for the Big Little Lies women. Big Little Women. Mix the movies together. Best supporting actor in a drama. Yes, another win for Russell Hammond himself, Billy Crudup, The Morning Show.
Yeah, I can't even remember why I went with him, but I'm glad I did.
Went with him because of Almost Famous, and everyone knows that. Hence my reference.
See, as we said,
ironic.
As we alluded to, the supporting categories were somebody from Watchmen's movie, and the other was from Watchmen's show.
Yes. Best animated feature went to Toy Story 4. I should have known. Don't know where this is. I don't know. Maybe is Missing Link going to go any further? Is something else going to win?
Oscars always like to have something there that is not just CGI.
Well, I don't even know what the Annies look like, but
hold on. Fucking tell you.
To be fair, the Annies have never mattered when it comes to the actual award show. It's more like
the Annie nominations have normally, with bar one exception, matched up. So the list is Frozen 2, How to Train Your Dragon 3, Klaus 1, Missing Link 1, and Toy Story 4. I have to put the numbers in because it gets confusing otherwise.
Fair. Jack Mooney Show says, did any of you find it funny, Bill?
Hang on.
Yeah. But I want to bring up the Almost Famous reference, even though we have mentioned Watchmen as well.
Yeah.
Smurfy Boy says, I agree with Ashley. I much prefer game. Smurfy Boy's on your side, Ashley.
Infinity War did the ballsy thing that I didn't think they'd do. Endgame was fan service. Oh, look, they're all coming! Yay! Yay! I mean, don't get me wrong. I sort of cried both times I saw it because it's like so well done as a scene, but like the fan service is still like, oh look, they all get to do some shit.
And now you guys know how I feel. Billy Crudup should have been nominated for supporting actor for Jackie, says Bry Guy.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Well, he
I
shouldn't
like
have
him.
been. He shouldn't be nominated for supporting actor for After the Wedding.
Jack Mooney Show says, didn't the Annies love Clark?
Yeah, the end. Well, I went through the list for that.
I tried to say I lost my body, but it's Toy Story 4 going to continue the season.
Bry Guy lost his body. Oh wait, that's the title of the film. My bad. Son of a bitch.
All right, and we move on to Best Actor.
Best actor what? God damn it.
Jeremy Strong in Succession
Right,
won for
best actor in
TV
drama. There we go.
Is that because Brian Cox wasn't nominated or what?
Probably.
To be
Brian
honest,
Cox?
if they'd seen Jeremy Strong and the Gentleman, he wouldn't have won. He wouldn't have won.
So AJ and
It is
Ashley went with
interesting. It is interesting that Brian Cox wins his Globe and he's fine, and he shows up to Critics' Choice where he's snubbed, and he's like, "Fuck award show." He went full Joaquin with that presentation.
so AJ and Ashley went with Billy Porter. I thought This Is Us made sense. Nope. Not tonight. Let's see. And we move on to Best Actress TV Drama. Went for Regina King and Watchmen. None of us got that right either.
I literally said I should say Regina King, but I'm going to say Nicole Kidman. Because they're probably going to go with a celebrity. I should have gone with my bloody head. I might actually have caught up to you guys if I had.
Well, at this point, it was 6, 6, and 7, so it wasn't terrible of a lead yet. AJ went with Jodie.
That's 2 straight years, though, for Regina, isn't it? Because last year was... I think she got Critics' Choice for Beale Street.
That sounds right. Because she only had that and Globe going in.
Hang on. Open up the spreadsheet. Quick. Get to the... Critics support it. Yes, she did get supporting actress in movies last year.
Jack Mooney asked if Ashley, Jack Mooney asked you, how is the...
For a Guy Ritchie film, it's pretty good. There's a lot of good. There's a lot of witty writing. There's also a lot of bullshitty rewriting, as in it's trying to be too smart.
Oh shit!
I mean, there's literally a minute-long scene of how you say the word "fuck" because it's an Asian person. Because it's an Asian person. Because it stereotypes. It's a joke.
Is that the guy that's in the trunk, Ashley?
Yes.
That's in the TV spot.
That's fuck.
That's in the TV spot and also in the trailer I watched Friday.
There is one scene in the trailer. I won't say what, but it's in the final 4 minutes of the film.
Of course it is. Why does that make sense? Murphy Boy says, speaking of Avengers, I'm still upset Sebastian Stan didn't get supporting actor nomination for I, Tonya. Here was way too packed. There was no room.
Who knows?
And we are moving on. Best limited series went for When They See Us. Chernobyl, 0 tonight.
I really wish I'd said When They See Us. I was so close to it.
What I realized later on, and I said it to Owen again, would test it if I was streaming it live. I should have looked at Metacritic. Because Metacritic, When They See Us, had an 89. and Chernobyl had like an 87. So on numbers, when they see us was going to win.
I'm assuming everybody caught Ava DuVernay's not so subtle jab at the Globes.
Oh God, yes.
Oh, real quick, I do want to mention that due to the fact that we obviously don't have television, this was watched on a stream that had no sound for the longest time, and Ashley had to learn how to read lips to try to figure out the awards.
Or wait for the graphics to come up once they come. Or that person's coming up on stage. I know who that is. Or in some cases, who's the old woman? And then the thing. Oh, it's Gene Smart. Right, Gene Smart won. I ain't watched Watchmen because it's on Sky. Fuck 'em.
So you didn't have to see the shitty CW commercials for their shitty shows.
Oh no, we still saw them.
We did.
We just didn't hear them with sound. I don't know whether that's half the problem or we still got polluted with it with our eyes.
But even if you hadn't gotten to see them, you still would have seen all the presenters nobody knows.
Accurate. So we go to Best Comedy Movie, which is one of the prizes of the night. When Dolomite is
Yeah, just straight after they gave the Lifetime Achievement to Eddie Murphy. It's like,
okay.
You swaying?
2 things. I want to bring this up, and AJ knows where I'm going with this. Maybe. Number 1, Eddie Murphy's presentation was incredible.
Yes.
Number 1, they brought up The Distinguished Gentleman, which I really love that movie. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. And yes, even though it was not referenced by actual name, he did bring up the man, the myth, the legend, Starship Dave Ming Chang.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Holy shit.
Makes me want to walk to Old Navy right now.
He brought it up kind of in the best possible way he could have.
And I felt like you and I were watching it, and it was kind of like realizing what was being said, and we were the only ones that got it at that point. It was you, me, and Eddie Murphy, and we all got something right there.
And by the way, did anybody else think right up until he came out that he wasn't there?
It was possible.
Because they never showed down. It's like, please tell me they're building all this up and he's not even fucking there.
And to accept the Lifetime Achievement Award on his behalf, because Eddie Murphy is not here tonight.
The best thing would have been the See Her Award. She didn't show up, so you can't see her. What a weird title to have for an award when they don't show.
The John Cena Award.
I had forgotten they were giving that to Kristen Bell, so my first thought was, why the fuck is Ted Danson giving this out?
Thank you. See, honestly, we didn't know, because we can't hear anything, so we saw that. What's going on?
Hey, you think being a female-driven award, they would have gotten like Darcy Carden or something to give it to her, so the Ted Danson thing was confusing at first.
Speaking of something that wasn't very point for all three of us, Best Actress in a Comedy Series went to Fleabag.
Obviously.
Suck it, Rachel Brosnahan.
Yeah.
Rachel, you get what you fucking deserve.
I have a feeling that's going to be said a lot on tomorrow's podcast, both of them. Best Supporting Actress in a Limited Television. AJ, congratulations. Toni Collette for Unbelievable. Oh, God.
Oh, God. He's frozen. He's Kristen Bell. He's frozen, too.
Oh, don't even go there. AJ, continue.
AJ, say what you're going to say when you got
you froze
stuck
again.
in time.
All I said was it had to get something. That's all I said.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ashley went for Emily Watson for Chernobyl. If we would have known what we know now, gone for anything.
Unbelievable wasn't ahead of Chernobyl, though, in terms of ratings. So.
I went for Margaret Qualley because of the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood connection, honestly.
I thought you did it because of Death Stranding.
So, hold on, we got to chat. Oh God. Oh my God, I don't even know where to go with this. Bry Guy says, or Idina Menzel for connection. I do appreciate the Adele Dazeem reference earlier tonight when Tay Diggs. They didn't directly mention Rent, but it was nice that they mentioned Rent without mentioning it. That was cool. And Bry Guy says, I was frozen today. Thank you for the Suburban Commando reference.
That's an amazing reference.
Yes.
But the way Owen did it, though, it did sound like Gilbert Gottfried.
It's just your crappy UK internet, actually.
Next up in the awards was supporting actor.
Good Lord, what is that voice?
I can't take it anymore.
Oh, God. So the next award went for Best Sci-Fi Horror Film,
Oh, that was next.
which, of course, went to us. Shock surprise.
The Peel Award, I told you.
Deservingly so. Avengers Endgame is what Ashley went with. Then Best Animated Television Series, AJ went with Undone.
Total guess. I don't even know what Undone is.
Same. And Ashley and myself went with BoJack Horseman, which
I don't think, but BoJack was the favourite last year, at least with most of us, and didn't win. So at least something got corrected.
So here's a surprise one. We talked about earlier. One award were there. Best Acting Ensemble went to The Irishman.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. Deserved for sure, but very interesting.
It's almost like they knew ahead of time it'd be one of the only ones where almost everybody was there.
Accurate. Of course, AJ went with Parasite. Ashley went with Knives Out. And of course, I went with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Best talk show.
I'm really curious still what SAG is going to do about that, but we'll go through that before too long.
Keep in mind, of course, that Irishman win is the only one out of 14.
I just noticed Ashley was like, and then I couldn't T. And I was like, you talking about Christopher Plummer now?
Sorry, I saw, I retweeted that tweet. If you go to my Ash is my name UK, there's a scene in bloody Girl with the Dragon Tattoo where Christopher Plummer says to Daniel Craig, you're going to investigate my bullying, stupid misfits of a family. And then Rian Johnson made Knives Out. Coincidence? Probably.
I just think it's funny that to this day we still refer to him as T. Last Station was so long ago.
That joke is a decade in the making this year.
I know it is. Isn't that great?
Yeah, I'm a little worried what the fuck this video is going to look like when people watch it back.
Hang on, I'll make it better. Dan Houser, no swearing. Fuck. Oh, shit.
Hopefully there's something intelligible that comes out of this.
I think the method of madness is not spending
as long as I can hear you, everybody can hear you. That's how it is because I'm hosting.
Okay, here's the thing. Let's gloss over this because this does not matter. Best talk show. Seth Meyers and James Corden shared it. Why? Don't know. Doesn't make any sense. Who cares? Let's move on.
No. To be fair, who was it that never showed up? Who was it that never showed up in the previous lists? I'm trying to look at my lists. Oh, Bill Hader.
What does that have to do with anything?
No, remember when Kelly Clarkson said they can't be here, so I'm going to pretend that I won this award? Yeah, because you knew you didn't stand a fucking chance. I can't remember
we
which
gave
one
it-
that was.
Yeah, because she said Hater was outperforming a hit because of Barry.
Oh
so we gave again, Ashley's probably going a 12-hour rant about James Corden sucks, but we're not going to go into that right now.
But how do you feel about the fact that they did not thank him?
yeah.
No,
Didn't they?
no one said his name.
Oh. I will take that. I don't need to rant. His own production company forgot him being, the host of the flipping thing.
Ashley, you want to use your "Get What You Deserve" line? Because
No, because he won. He didn't. He won. He didn't get what he deserved. He won. He
but he
deserved
didn't
nothing.
get mentioned in his own acceptance speech.
I don't care. He still has the trophy on his desk. That's 50%, not 0.
Best supporting actor in a limited television, Stellan Skarsgård for Chernobyl.
Oh, Chernobyl.
Okay, did win something.
Chernobyl did win something.
Yeah, we forgot about that.
It's
yeah,
the eyebrows.
Skarsgård.
It's the eyebrows.
Best original song was the first tie of the night. Don't know why there's ties. Ties are
No,
stupid.
because there was the
Figure out a
tie.
way to fix these.
There was a tie for talk show.
I don't care.
I know we don't acknowledge
Anyway.
it, but this is the first time in Critics' Choice that there's been 3 ties.
That was mentioned in chat a little bit
Yeah.
ago, actually. When saying anything else. Maybe
But yeah.
Corden wasn't there because he was finally watching Cats.
No.
His segment's more over than he is, so there you go. Best original song went to "I'm Gonna Love Me Again" from Rocket Man and Glasgow for Wild Rose.
Oh my god, that just caught me off guard. It was just like, what? Actually, what? I'm literally stealing a title from one of the other nominees, speechless.
Speaking of that, best score. The Hilder domination continues.
The Hilda hype train continues.
That is a very interesting development. It'll be really... The most curious thing will be what BAFTA does about it.
Yeah, same.
Because you've got the highest nominated movie with Joker, but you've also got 1917. So...
Do you go with the American film or the British film? That's the thing.
I'm happy for both of those songs winning, says.
All of a sudden, that actually means Glasgow might be in with a shout tomorrow.
It's possible.
Which is good.
We've been talking about this, and we've been talking about it being a front and everything, but I was so indifferent to Rocket Man, and the summer was so long ago. I don't even remember what I'm Gonna Love Me Again sounds like. But I do remember what Glasgow sounds like.
It's a song. I mean, it just felt like generic, current Elton John material. It didn't sound like something that people are going to be singing in 20 years' time. But it's not Speechless or Spirit or Into the Unknown.
So, best adapted screenplay.
Double. I assume you also appreciated Jesse Buckley getting name dropped in Zellweger's speech.
I'm amazed. There's a film coming out called Disconduct, which has got Gugu Mbatha Raw, Keira Knightley, Jesse Buckley, Keely Hawes, Rhys Ifans, and Greg Kinnear as Bob Hope.
What the fuck?
It's supposed to be about the 1970 Miss World that happened in London that got hijacked by women's liberals people, which at the same...
Hold on. Back up. Did you make sure I heard this correctly because you were cutting out left and right? But here's my question. Did you say Greg Kinnear as Bob Hope?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
I'm very much intrigued in this movie now.
Remember, he already successfully played a famous Bob, so this can be his second one.
Well, here's...
Surely somebody else remembers autofocus. Come on.
true. Let me put it this way. Obviously, there's a movie that's getting ready to come out that I'm very excited about, and if you know me for a long time, following this network, you know that obviously a lot of people know of my crush on Greta Gerwig, but it all started out with another person in a movie called An Education, and my love for Carrie Mulligan. And Promising Young Woman looks phenomenal, and I cannot wait for it. So we go right into Best Adapted Screenplay because they
Yeah. Also,
shows apparently.
also not appearing in this film.
So AJ would probably extremely cringe on something that I liked on Twitter recently. There is a picture that exists that Critics' Choice tweeted out of Greta and Quentin talking to each other, and I just posted this picture makes me happy.
Little did we know.
Big win for Greta Gerwig and Little Women, and a huge win for original screenplay for Quentin Tarantino.
If they weren't locks for screenplay tomorrow already, for sure they are now.
I think we're moving towards a possibility those might be too.
Zalian loses again, though. Is it right to say he
Yeah.
gets what he fucking deserves, or no? I didn't. Isn't it?
No, I mean Irishman did get something pretty big tonight. It doesn't
True.
involve it, but still, it indirectly does. Best comedy series. AJ, good job for watching this show because you would have known you got this live in front of a studio audience. Norman Lear's all in the.
That's the only reason.
Keep in mind as well, Netflix had 5 of the 7, and it didn't win. It nearly had a monopoly on the category, and it got nothing. Congrats to ABC.
It reminds me of. Does anybody remember that Globes where Mayor Louise Parker beat all 4 of the Desperate Housewives?
Oh yeah.
Oh God, was that a thing? Wow.
So, yeah, Ashley went with Trevor Noah. I went with Best Actress in a Limited Television Series. Went for Michelle Williams for Burden. Again, shock of absolutely no one.
At least Deaver got a clip.
Yeah.
So people could see
She
what
exists.
was losing.
She exists. Yes.
Jack Mooney Show wants to know, said I would love to have Greta and Tarantino's speeches. Don't know why screenplay wasn't announced live. That's a real good question.
Because talk show is more
so
important.
It has to be on the main show.
Talk show is more important.
No.
And Michelle,
because
Michelle Williams winning was important because she didn't show up. You'd have thought if they got a list of like who hadn't showed up, they'd be the ones that they would say also winning tonight. Because it'd be less awkward than here's this trophy, somebody else is going to have it.
Yeah, because you talk about wanting to show the stuff that people like regular viewers would want to see, which would be like more like celebrities. But the thing is Tarantino is in a very small group of directors that you could also call celebrities.
Accurate.
But fuck that, apparently. So
we had to put best talk show on the main show. Ridiculous. Even editing wasn't on the main show. Crazy, ridiculous. We'll get to that in a minute. Best actor limited series. Good job, AJ. Jarrell Jerome for When They See Us.
I thought they'd want to give the Globes a little payback, so that's why I should have gone with the fucking show too. But
Hashtag Jared Harris wins nothing.
Yeah. Best young actor, Griffin Davis. Should have went with, honestly. But to be fair, he didn't get up on a stage tonight, and Julia Butters did. So there you go.
No, she didn't. He wanted her to go.
Did.
He wanted her to go up to the stage, and they wouldn't let her.
She still got up on the stage at the end of the night.
Yes, by then. But it's like, what? Yeah.
Still happened.
And that's the thing too, though, is Butters seemed so likely, and really probably should have been the one that, even though it's obvious now in retrospect, I don't really feel that. Like, I'm not saying like, oh God, I should have gone with him. It seemed like she really could have.
She should have won it, actually. I mean, I'm okay with winning because I mean it gives visibility to JoJo, which didn't win anything else.
Also, how do we know it would if he had accepted the award? How do we know if Roman Griffin Davis would have won, or whether it was one of his two clones?
That's the thing about the ties. Is it feels very satisfying for me to say something. I know I'm getting ahead of us, but like when I said like I'm going to predict Bong Joon-ho, but I think the other one is Mendez, but it's going to be one of the two, and it's satisfying to know that it's true.
It gets to the point with the Critics' Choice because it's a tie where we attempted to go. I'd like to get double points here. I'm going to say both because I think it's going to be a tie.
So we're going to use the Vegas rules and play like
Jeopardy.
the roulette game.
Final Jeopardy.
I predict a tie in this category.
What are you going to risk, Sean Connery? Your mother.
How is it listed in? I'm going to guess that Jack Mooney's show is talking. What I'm guessing that's Honey Boy.
What was that?
Noah Jupe was in for Honey Boy. Yeah.
Okay.
For Young.
Would have been great if he won. Yeah, I mean, Honey Boy should have had a lot more. As much as people.
Honey Boy's at least in for debut director at the DGAs.
It's also got a good shot at Spirits too.
Yeah, but it's not in for screenplay. Interestingly, it's in for director, and I know there isn't a young actor or actress. Oh no, they're both best supporting. That's a bit. Who's the lead there?
So, best costume design, Dolomite.
Just answer that question real quick. I'm gonna guess the lead would be Lucas Hedges, maybe.
Yeah, but he's in it less than the others are. So.
I haven't seen Honey Boy, so I'm just guessing.
He's in it.
It was here for a week. I missed it, and I still kick myself for that.
He's in it less than the other are because it's more about the formative years of him and not Shia LaBeouf as his dad. About how it's affecting him in his older sort of years and whatever.
So costume design went to Dolomite, like I just mentioned.
Yeah.
That's kind of a shock. They liked Dolomite, but they didn't like Eddie Murphy enough to give him actor. But they gave him a Lifetime Achievement Award, so they really liked Eddie Murphy here tonight. They wanted to give Dolomite as much as they reasonably could. Makeup and hair went to Bombshell.
Which is fair.
Ashley was Rocket Man.
It also won big at the Makeup Guild yesterday.
Makes sense. Expected. Visual effects went to Avengers Endgame because reasons.
Because 59,000 superheroes in one shot.
Yeah, apparently. Cinematography went to 1917.
Roger Deakins. Oh, way.
It looks good. I'll give him that. It looks really good.
Anything Roger Deakins has done in the past 5 years looks good. It's only when it actually got to bloody Blade Runner that they went, yeah.
Time is what I'll bring up every time. Production design. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. Editing. 1917? Question mark?
No.
I'm okay with it being nominated. I'm not okay with it winning anything.
After the clusterfuck of last year where it was press the edit button for all the different shots that you've got for BoJack Horseman, this time they're actually going, maybe we should go subtle editing rather than stupid editing. Then again, none of the 6 films have stupid editing. So...
Supporting actor went to Brad Pitt.
Who didn't show. But that's when Tarantino stole the show.
Yeah, all the people that you want to see up there either weren't there or were off screen. So that was fun.
I have a feeling this is starting the trend to roll forwards to Pitt being someone that sweeps this year. I don't see anybody beating him the rest of the run. BAFTA could surprise me, but I mean, I don't see it.
I'm not saying jack shit.
I said I don't see it. I didn't say it can't happen. I said I don't personally see it, but it doesn't mean it can't happen. So I'm hinging my bets on that. Best comedy series went to Fleabag. Drama series went to Succession. All right. Best actress went to Renee Zellweger for Judy because that makes sense. That's one of the ones that probably will sweep now.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that Ray Liotta was finally in the same room as the Irishman cast.
Yeah, no lie. Jack Mooney shows that was a huge problem. During the show, they
During the show, they what?
see the book smart table.
Wow, yeah. I feel sorry now for Booksmart. They were there, they didn't even show them. Fuck. Plus,
As
wasn't...
AJ alluded.
Oh no, it was the Screen Actors Guild that was hosted by Olivia Wilde, wasn't it? Like a year or two ago.
Kristen Bell hosted SAG once.
I'm trying
That's
to.
all I remember.
Or was it Critics' Choice 2 years ago that was Olivia? I lose track of these things.
Olivia Munn.
Oh, the wrong Olivia.
Yeah, because that was a fucking disaster.
Best director, as AJ alluded to a little bit ago, it was another tie.
Mm-hmm. Bong.
And
I
Bong
think
and
that pretty much tells me it's a likely 2-horse race for the remaining awards between them two now.
I don't know anymore.
I honestly think there could be an upset in that Bong wins BAFTA, but Mendes wins DGA. Or vice
And Tarantino
versa.
wins the Oscar and throws
Or
everyone
vice
off.
versa. No, it'll piss everyone off and Scorsese wins because of his connections. Because, you know, Joe Pesci will send somebody round to their house because he's actually the mafia. And then Owens win, outright win, confirmed.
Yeah. Best Picture, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So much excitement.
Over both critics awards, I have 17. AJ's got 21. Owen wins out of nowhere with 23.
No. I won by 2.
So as scores on the door so far, combining the Globe stuff, I am on 30. Both AJ and Owen are on 33. So
hopefully you guys could hear that because Ashley was cutting in and out.
I think it came through.
I didn't hear it, so I don't know if it did or not.
Bright Guy says thoughts on Taye Diggs as host. He was serviceable. And to be honest, that's
fine.
Probably what you need for a host. Not taking too much of the attention, but also not being shit.
Yeah, because Critics' Choice is such a clusterfuck anyway. That must be a very hard hosting job to keep that shit alive.
Totally.
He did a serviceable job last year as well. I love the fact already that the Globes are trying to line up next year's hosts. You literally have like 350 days. Why are you doing it now?
Well, okay, I need a favor done.
Oh.
I hope I don't cut it before I can get this out.
Oh.
I really need YouTube to stop recommending me videos of people reacting to Ricky Gervais's savage monologue. Please. There are 150 goddamn thousand videos of that, and I don't want to see any of them. And every time I say don't recommend this to me, a new one pops up, like the fucking heads of Hydra or something. And I don't care. I like Ricky Gervais, and his monologue was fine, but for God's fucking sake, calm down.
I've been getting a lot of that over the last couple of days. Not on that front, but the National Television Awards, which are totally public voted on. The voting phase is going on over here, and they're doing a big push to try and get Afterlife to win, even though it's going up against Fleabag. Which is a bit awkward. Speaking of a bit awkward, flipping tomorrow.
So, Bry Guy says, I did call Mendez. Yeah, I remember that. Well, tomorrow I basically have to avoid Twitter. That's not as bad as we have to. So here's the thing. And that's away now. Here's the thing. Tomorrow, I work at 7 a.m. until 2:30. I will have people that way that are going to be doing construction in my kitchen and in my bathroom, which means I can't do a show while that's going on. That means they're not going to be out of here until probably 5 o'clock, which is when I have to literally kayfabe the world working where I work. Thank God I don't work where I used to work. Oh, that was even worse. Just so I don't find anything out. And we will go live sometime after 5 o'clock, hopefully sooner rather than later.
The stream will be tentatively set for 5. Those of you watching either now or on archive before then.
Right.
If it doesn't go live at 5, you'll know it's because Owen isn't here yet. The other awkward thing is, so I know where everybody has to go with the videos, I have to act completely dumbfounded and not tell anybody the results. Because obviously, for editorial reasons, I'm going to see over the few hours whether other people have reaction videos with the stuff in picture and work out whether we take the risk of having it like us at the bottom and the video playing at the same sort of time that I am, if I can somehow work out how to do it on here. Or do I just have everybody sort of, it's just our faces, and maybe I have the sound slightly muted so it isn't sort of deafening you guys out there. So, I will be the one by default that has to know, because I need to work out the technical jiggery pokery. The only time I might break is if Glasgow gets in song and Beyonce doesn't. Then I'll just be like, I fucking told you so. That's that'll be my only give. In terms of the times, hang on. Gold Derby. They had the list of what the deal is, the dealios. No, where is it? There we go.
They're announced at what, 8 a.m. tomorrow?
That isn't the list I was looking for. Where the fuck is the list? Gold Derby.
AJ.
What's that?
What time are they announced tomorrow? Jack Mooney was asked that.
I want to say 8:15.
Yeah, it sounds like 8:18, as like I remember correctly.
I'm trying to remember
like
what it was. Hang on, I've got to literally go to Gold Derby and find it because it was there earlier.
Brian says, "Well, Gervais's monologue was number 1." Not surprising. So again, as Ashley tries to figure something out on the fly.
Of course, it's the one with the actual feed that's got it on, that I've sent to both you guys as the feed that we're going to use probably tomorrow. So yeah,
which is going to
5:18.
be your video as always.
Yeah, but 5:18 Pacific, so 8:18 Eastern. They're going to announce supporting actor and actress, costume design, film editing, score, both the sounds, editing and mixing, animated short, and live action short. The other 15 will be announced. I don't know whether that means 10 minutes at like 8:28 or whether that means 10 minutes after they announce, or they've finished the 9. I don't know what that is. But yeah, it's basically
So,
between 8 and 9 tomorrow, Eastern time.
if you're new, if you've been here for a while, you know exactly. But if you're new, then I'm basically going to explain this way. The video, the podcast for tomorrow will be reacting to the Oscars, the actual nominations. So we're not going to be looking at chat. It's going to be just literally the three of us reacting. After we hit stop, that video will go up for tomorrow officially for archive purposes. And last time I checked, those videos do really well, especially with reactions. The video that is going to be going up on Tuesday is going to be the video that's going to be live right afterwards, where we discuss the actual nominations themselves. We're doing one reaction video, which is going to be like a little bit, and then we have an actual discussion, the three of us discussing the nominations. And that's where we're going to deal with the live chat and everything and get everybody's opinion on it. And then come Wednesday, as long as everything lines up, we're going to be tackling the guild. So we should be doing the Writers Guild, the Producers Guild, the Directors Guild, and Screen Actors Guild on Wednesday.
Also audible for AJ, even though we could do this off air. Owen, because I added it in, we are adding documentary for both directing and writing, I believe.
It's an extra category for points. I'll take that.
Just because a lot of it obviously does match up with what happens with the Oscars, so. Plus,
so that's going to be
considering documentary is just ignored by Critics' Choice and the Globes. It's just...
So that's going to be until Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley's worst of the year should be coming up on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
AJ's movie reviews of Underwater, Like a Boss, and is there anything else that's coming out that's of worth that's going to be on that video?
Bad Boys and Doolittle.
So yes, of course.
That's a smorgasbord.
The important movies and the movies that were left over that weren't able to get to. And then Saturday should be most likely should be Ashley's best of the year video.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday, we're back here right after the show's over for our SAG wrap up. So we are already midway through the.
Yeah.
Crazy. So I think that's going to be our show. So yeah, that's the schedule. Obviously, tentative plans. So stay tuned. We'll have a link up to you guys next 2 days for the actual podcast on Wednesday. Actually, I work till 2:30, so it's not terrible. I'll be able to go home and get food and get relaxed and get ready to go. So, and tomorrow I will try to get here as quick as I can. Literally the second that they go out the door, I'm going to be ready to roll. So, if anything, maybe Ashley can do like a screen share or something like that, so we all can watch the video that way, potentially.
If I screen share, my video feed would go.
Fair point. Either way, we're still going to get that video to you guys. So again, tomorrow, our Oscar nomination reactions. And then if you're live, you're going to be able to join us for the discussion. The archive will be up on Tuesday. Wednesday will be our long day. Will be our guilds podcast to talk about all the guilds. And Thursday will be Ashley's worst of the year. Friday is AJ's movie reviews. Saturday is going to be Ashley's best of the year, and Sunday will be the SAG wrap up show. So, and then we'll roll in next week as we prepare for the BAFTAs, probably on Wednesday night.
More than likely.
If everything works out. That's gonna be your show, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for everybody that watched us live, and thank you for everyone that's currently watching us on archive. Plenty of movie content for you guys to check out. So stay tuned for that. Ashley can be found on Twitter at AshIsMyNameUK. His content will be coming up very soon. His non-movie content, his gaming content, his sip and snack content will be coming up later on as well.
Mhm.
So stay tuned for that. AJ's content will be coming up. Versus his return. It's probably not going to be for another week or so at least, but it's coming back. It's not sabbatical right now. It's just we're really busy, so it's a lot to take in. So
Awards are taken
we'll be
over,
back soon.
you bastards.
Which means Voices content will be back soon too. So don't worry about that if you're waiting for a Voices of Liberty video. And I'll have a Dickens video that I actually got some echo sets thanks to Zach. So we'll get that up soon as well. And I have more sipping snacks I have to do. I have 4 that are in the can right now that I haven't put up yet. So they're going to be up in the next month or so. Thank you, AJ, for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ashley, for joining us.
How do you do?
Thanks our live chat for joining us. Once again, thanks to prolong the show and keep it entertaining. We really appreciate you guys and girls out there for enjoying what we do out here on the network. And in the meantime, we want to thank you guys and girls out there for watching. And until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all we're going to say about that.
You see, Hanks, Danhausen has decreed no swearing